The world is loud, and it's getting louder. Every day you are surrounded by people who are desperate to be heard, people who believe that the volume of their voice is directly proportional to the weight of their importance. They scream into the digital void, they interrupt others in boardrooms, and they fill every uncomfortable silence with meaningless chatter. But they are failing. They are leaking power with every syllable they utter. You see, most people talk because they are afraid. They are afraid of the void. They are afraid of what they might find if they stop talking and start looking. But you are different. You are here at Virtus Lab because you understand a truth that the masses will never grasp. Silence is not the absence of power. It is the ultimate manifestation of it. Think about the most powerful person you've ever met. They didn't need to bark orders or dominate the conversation with noise. They had a gravity to them. They occupied space without effort. When they looked at you, it felt like they were looking through you, past the mask you wear, straight into your insecurities. That is silent authority. It is the ability to control a room, a person, or a situation without moving a single muscle in your throat. This isn't just about being quiet, it's about becoming a predator of the social landscape. In psychology, we call this the projection vacuum. When you refuse to speak, you create a blank canvas. And because human nature is inherently insecure, people will project their fears and their respect onto that canvas. They will try to fill your silence with their own words, and in doing so, they will hand you the keys to their psyche. Marcus Aurelius once wrote that the mind should be like a rocky promontory against which the waves perpetually break. It stands unmoved, and the fury of the ocean eventually falls back in an exhausted foam. This is the Stoic blueprint for social dominance. When you enter a room, your presence should be that rock. The noise of others, their jokes, their complaints, their attempts to provoke you should break against your silence. Most men feel the urge to react. If someone insults them, they snap back. If someone praises them, they beam with pride. They are predictable. They are puppets dancing on the strings of external stimuli. But the silent man is a mystery. He is an anomaly in a world of predictable reactions. By staying silent, you remain unreadable. And what people cannot read, they cannot manipulate. This is where dark psychology meets ancient wisdom. You are using the Stoic virtue of self-control to execute a tactical maneuver that renders your opponents powerless. Consider the physical reality of authority. Authority is still. If you watch a high-value individual, you'll notice they don't fidget. They don't adjust their tie every 5 seconds. They don't look at their phone to avoid eye contact, and they certainly don't nod along like a bobblehead just to be polite. They are comfortable in the stillness. When you sit in silence, you are signaling to everyone around you that you are not threatened. You are signaling that you don't need their validation or their approval. This is the unreachable man. In the American professional and social hierarchy, we are taught to be team players, to be engaging, to be outgoing. These are often just code words for being easy to manage, but the man of silent authority is not manageable. He is the one who manages. Imagine a negotiation. The other side makes an offer. A weak man will feel the silence after the offer as a pressure. He will feel the need to justify his counteroffer, to explain his reasoning, to sell himself. He speaks and he loses. The silent master hears the offer, holds eye contact for exactly 2 seconds longer than is comfortable, and stays quiet. He lets the silence sit like a heavy weight on the other person's chest. Eventually, the other person will crack. They will start explaining. They will start negotiating against themselves. They will offer more just to end the tension you created. You didn't use a single word of persuasion, yet you won. This is tactical silence. It is a weapon that never runs out of ammunition. But this power doesn't come from a place of arrogance. It comes from the cerebral citadel. Your mind is a fortress where your true thoughts are guarded. The philosophy of Epictetus teaches us that we only truly own our own opinions and our own will. Everything else is external. When you speak, you are giving away pieces of your citadel. You are letting people see the layout of your defenses. The more you talk about your plans, your goals, and your feelings, the more surface area you give people to attack. Dark psychology tells us that information is the currency of control. Why are you giving it away for free? Keep your plans in the dark. Let your results be the only noise you make. When people ask what you're working on, give them a short, polite answer and then stop. Watch them struggle with the lack of detail. Watch them wonder. That wonder is the beginning of respect. In the United States, we live in a culture of oversharing. We believe that vulnerability is a virtue, and being an open book is a sign of honesty. This is a trap designed for the mediocre. True honesty is being real with yourself, not being a source of entertainment for others. Your silence is your shield. It protects your energy and focuses your intent. Every word you save is a unit of energy you can invest into your actual work. This is the way of the Stoic athlete, the way of the silent master. You are not here to entertain the crowd. You are here to dominate the arena. And the arena is won in the quiet hours of discipline, not in the loud hours of social posturing. The next time you find yourself in a room full of noise, I want you to perform an experiment. Do not speak for the first 15 minutes. Do not nod. Do not react to the jokes. Just observe. Watch the dynamics. Notice who is desperate for attention. Notice who is trying to impress whom. You will see things that you never noticed before because you were too busy thinking about what you were going to say next. You will see the cracks in their armor. You will see the insecurity behind their laughter. And most importantly, you will feel the shift in the room. People will start looking at you. They will become curious about the man who doesn't need to join the circus. They will begin to see you as a person of depth, even if you haven't said a word. This is the foundation of the Virtus Lab protocol, the realization that the less you say, the more they hear. As you move through this journey, you will realize that silence is also a filter. It filters out the low-value noise from your life. Small-minded people hate silence because it forces them to think. They will call you cold or an arrogant or antisocial. Let them. Their labels are just a reflection of their inability to handle your frame. You are not antisocial. You are selectively social. You are not cold. You are focused. You are not arrogant. You are self-sufficient. This is the Stoic darkness that leads to true mastery. It is the understanding that you owe the world nothing, but you owe yourself everything. And the greatest gift you can give yourself is a mind that is quiet, a gaze that is steady, and an authority that is absolute. Welcome to the shadow side of virtue. Welcome to the silence. Welcome to Virtus Lab.